In the last class, we discussed about probability, in particular theoretical approach of probability, and we solved some problems on coins and a die also. Now, in this class, I am going to explain about problems related to dice and balls and different colors of balls and all. These two models I am going to explain in this class. Two dice are thrown together. Find the probability of getting an even number on the first die, a doublet, a number other than 3 on any dice, a multiple of 5 on one dice. Okay, these are the four events is given. You have to find the probabilities of all these four events. As we discussed in the last class, to find the probability of any event, the steps are: identify the random experiment and write the respective sample space. Identify the event and find the number of favorable outcomes to that event. Then apply the formula of probability. Now here two dice are thrown together. This is the sample space. Given two dice are thrown, we know the sample space when two dice are thrown. The total 36 outcomes are there. Now identify the event. Okay, take A is equal to getting an even number on the first die. Here on the second die any number may come, but he has given condition for the outcome on the first die only. Therefore, you should get an even number on the first die. Now, regarding this sample space, we know suppose the outcome 2 1. 2 1 means you know that already 2 on first die and 1 on second die. Suppose 5 2. 5 2 means 5 on first die and 2 on second die. In this way, we know the meaning of all the 36 outcomes. All the 36 are distinct outcomes. Now from these 36 outcomes, you have to identify the outcomes favorable to A. The condition given to A is an even number on the first die. Even number on the first die. Now in the outcomes, suppose 1 1. On the first die I have 1. 1 is an odd number. In the first 6 outcomes, on the first day I got 1 only, which is an odd number. Therefore these 6 are not favorable to A. The next 6 outcomes 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. On the first day I have 2, which is an even number. Therefore these 6 outcomes are favorable to A. That's why I wrote here 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. All the 6 outcomes. Now coming to next 6 outcomes 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 2 3 6. All the 6 outcomes. On the first day we have number 3, which is not an even number. That's why these are not favorable to A. These 6 outcomes are not favorable to A. Next 6 outcomes are 4 1, 4 2, 2 4 6. These 6 are favorable to A because 4 on the first day I have 4, which is an even number. That's why these 6 outcomes are favorable to A. Therefore 4 1 2, 4 6 are favorable to A. Similarly 5 1 to 5 6 are not favorable to A because on the first day the result is 5, which is an odd number, which is not an even number. Now 6 1 to 6 6, all the 6 outcomes are favorable to A because on the first day I have a number 6, which is an even number. So all these 6 are favorable to A. Therefore in this way, to identify the favorable outcomes of any event, we should depend on the sample space. From the sample space only, we have to identify the number of outcomes favorable to that event. Therefore, the outcomes favorable to A are 18. 18 outcomes are favorable to A. Therefore, P of A is n of A by n of S. That is 18 by 36. I will get 1 by 2. Now the next event is getting a doublet. Doublet means getting same number on both the dice. Okay. Therefore, outcomes favorable to B are 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5 and 6 6. Because 1 1 means 1 on first day and 1 on second day also, which is called as a doublet. 2 2, 2 on first day, 2 on second day. Similarly, suppose 5 5, 5 on first day, 5 on second day. These are called as doublets. There are only 6 doublets in the sample space. Therefore, outcomes favorable to B are these only. Therefore, there are 6 different outcomes favorable to B. N of B is 6. From this, P of B is N of B by N of S. 6 by 36 will get 1 by 6. Now take C is the next event. Getting a number other than 3 on any dice. You should not take any outcome having 3. Simply, you should not take any outcome having 3. Okay. Therefore, let's identify the outcomes favorable to C from the sample space. Okay. Now, here 1 1, the outcome 1 1 is there. There is no 3 here. 1 1 is favorable to C, 1 2 is favorable to C. 1 3 is not favorable to C because 3 is there on second die. 1 1 1 2 are favorable to C. Now 1 4, 1 5, 1 6, 2 1, 2 2 are also favorable to C because there is no 3 on any dice. Now 2 3 is not favorable to C because 3 is there on second dice. 3 should not be there in any dice. Now 2 4, 2 5, 2 6 are favorable to C. You can see here. Now 3 1, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. In all these 6 outcomes, 3 is there on first die. You should not take them. They are not favorable to C. Now 4 1, 4 2 are favorable to C as there is no 3 on any dice. Now again 4 3 is not favorable to C as 3 is there on second dice. 4 4, 4 5, 4 6, 5 1, 5 2, 5 1, 5 2 are favorable to C. Now 5 3 is not favorable to C as 3 is there on second dice. 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6 1, 6 2 are favorable to C. Now 6 3 is not favorable. 6 4, 6 5, 6 6 are favorable to C. In this way, you identify the outcomes favorable to C directly. Simply, outcomes favorable to C are the outcomes which does not include 3 anywhere. It won't be there on first day as well as second day. Now, there are 25 outcomes favorable to C. 25 outcomes are there. If N of C is 25, from this P of C is N of C by N of S, 25 by 36. Now take D is equal to getting a multiple of 5 on any dice. You can get multiple of 5 on any dice. It can be on first day or second day. Now let us identify the favorable outcomes to D from the sample space. Now 1 1, both are not multiples of 5. 1 2, 1 3, 1 4. Okay, these 4 are not favorable to D because there is no multiple of 5 on any dice. Because in 1 5, 5 is multiple of 5, that's why 1 5 is favorable to D. Now in this 1 6, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4 all are not favorable to D because there is no multiple of 5 on any dice. Coming to 2 5, 5 is multiple of 5, that's why 2 5 is favorable to D. Now coming to 2 6, 2 6 is not favorable to D. 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, these 5 are not favorable to D because there is no multiple of 5 on any dice. Now coming to 3 5 is favorable to D because 5 is a multiple of 5. 3 6, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4 are not favorable to D as there is no 5 or multiple of 5 on any dice. Now 4 5 is favorable to D because 5 is a multiple of 5. 4 5 is favorable. Now 4 6 is again not favorable to D as there is no multiple of 5 on any dice. Now coming from 5 1, 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, all the 6 are favorable to D because 5 is a on here in 5 1, 5 is on first die, which is a multiple of 5. 5 2, 5 is a multiple. 5 3, 5 is there. 5 4, 5 is there on first die. 5 5, 5 is there on both the dice, no issue. 5 6, 5 is there on first die. Therefore, all the 6 are favorable to D. 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6 are favorable to D. Now next is 6 1, 6 2 are not favorable to D as there is no 5. 6 3, 6 4 are also not favorable to D as there is no 5 on any dice. 6 5 is favorable to D because 5 is there on second die. 6 6 is not favorable to D. Therefore, in this way, the outcomes favorable to D we got are 1 5, 2 5, 3 5, 4 5, 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6 and 6 5. Like this we will get totally 5 plus 5 10 plus 1 11 outcomes. 11 favorable outcomes to D we got here. Therefore, P of D is n of d by n of s, that is 11 by 36. As we got number of favorable outcomes to d is 11, n of d is 11, n of s we know already 36. That is the sample space when two dice are thrown. Therefore 11 by 36 is the probability of getting a multiple of 5 on any dice. In this way you can do problems related to two dice also. And while writing, the favorable outcomes of any event depend on the sample space only, always. Let's solve one more problem. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers appearing on the two dice is 7, 12 and 1? Again the same thing, identify the random experiment and write the sample space. Two dice are thrown simultaneously and write the respective sample space, and n of s is 36. Now the first event is getting sum of the numbers on the two dice is 7. Therefore there are two dice. On every dice we have a number. One means one on first die and one on second die. By adding these two numbers we will get a sum. That sum should be 7. Those outcomes whose sum of two numbers is 7 will be in A, will be favorable to A. Let's identify the outcomes favorable to A here. That is getting sum of numbers on the two dice is 7. Here 1 1, the two numbers are 1 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 only, that is not favorable to A. 1 plus 2, the 1 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, not favorable to A. This is 1 plus 3 is 4, we should get 7, not favorable to A. 1 4 is not favorable to A. 1 5 is not favorable to A. 1 6, the sum of two numbers is 7, favorable to A. Therefore, outcomes favorable to A I am writing 1 6 is favorable. Similarly, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4 are not favorable because the sum is not 7. This 2 5 is favorable to A, sum is 7 only. Now 2 6, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3 are not favorable, and 3 4 is favorable. 3 4 is favorable because 3 plus 4 is 7. Now 3 5 is not favorable. 3 5, 3 6, 4 1, 4 2 are not favorable to A because the sum is not 7. But 4 3 is favorable to A as the sum is 7. Now 4 4, 4 5, 4 6, 5 1 are not favorable as the sum is not 7. 5 2 is favorable to A because 5 plus 2 is 7. Now similarly 5 3, 2, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6, 5 6 are not favorable because the sum is not 7, whereas 6 1 is favorable because the sum of two numbers 6 plus 1 is 7. The remaining all are also not favorable to A as the sum of the numbers appearing on the two dice is not 7. Therefore, outcomes favorable to A here I got are 1 6, 2 5, 3 4, 4 3, 5 2 and 6 1. These are the outcomes favorable to A. There are total 6 outcomes favorable to A. That's why n of A is equal to 6 I got. Therefore, P of A is equal to n of A by n of S, that is 6 by 36. We will get 1 by 6. In this way, we can find the probability of the respective event. Now, next we will find the probability of getting sum is equal to 12. Now, take B is getting sum of the numbers on the two dice is 12. Very clear. The sum of two numbers is 12 only in case of only one outcome, that is 6 6. Outcome favorable to A is 6 6. If n of A is equal to 1, that is only one outcome is favorable to B. Therefore, P of B is n of B by n of S, that is 1 by 36. The next event is getting sum of numbers on the two dice is 1. No outcome is favorable to C. Very clear it is, because the first outcome 1 1, the sum is 2. 1 2, sum is 3. 1 3, sum is 4. Nowhere will get the sum of two numbers is equal to 1. There is no outcome favorable to C. Therefore, as there are no outcomes favorable to C, n of C is 0. From this you can find P of C, that is n of C by n of S. 0 by 36 is 0. Therefore, probability of C is 0. We call these type of events as impossible events. We discussed already. An event whose probability is 0 is called as an impossible event. This is an example for an impossible event. When two dice are thrown, getting sum of the numbers on the two dice is 1 is an impossible event. Let's see one more problem. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. What is the probability that the product of the numbers appearing on the two dice is 6, 12 and 7? Similar to the previous problem, There we have taken the sum. Here we have to take the product. Identify the random experiment, write the sample space. Given 2 dice are thrown, I have written the sample space and n of s also, that is 36. The first event is getting product of numbers on the 2 dice is 6. This you have to identify favorable outcomes to A from the sample space only. Okay, for identification, the first outcome is 1 1. Product of 1 1 is 1 into 1 1 only, is not 6, not favorable. 1 2, 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 3 is 3, 1 into 4 is 4, 1 into 5 is 5, 1 into 6 is 6. This is favorable to A because 1 into 6 is 6. The product should be 6. That's why we are correcting. Now 2 1, 2 2 are not favorable to A because 2 3 is favorable to A because their product 2 into 3 is 6. Similarly 2 4, 2 5, 2 6, 3 1 are not favorable as the product of two numbers is not 6. Whereas 3 2 is favorable to 6 because 3 into 2 is 6. 3 3 is not favorable, the product is 9. 3 4, 3 5, 3 6 are not favorable. 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6 are also not favorable as the product of numbers appearing on the 2 dice is not 6. 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6 also are not favorable. 6 1 is favorable to A because 6 into 1 is 6. The remaining all the outcomes are not favorable to A because the sum product of the numbers on the 2 dice is not equal to 6. Therefore, he like this we can identify the favorable outcomes to A. Therefore, the favorable outcomes here I got are 1 6, 2 3, 3 2 and 6 1. Total 4 outcomes will get for A. Therefore, n of A is equal to 4. Now, P of A is n of A by n of S, that is 4 by 36 will get 1 by 9. Similarly, we will find the probability of the next two events. Take B is getting the product of numbers on the 2 dice is 12. Now to identify favorable outcomes to B, we should depend on the sample space. The sample space here 1 1 is not favorable because the product is 1 1 2, 1 3, 1 4. 1 5, 1 6, 2 1, 2 2 4 is also not favorable. 2 5, 10 is not favorable. This 2 6 is favorable because the product is 26 12 is favorable to B. 3 1, 3 2, 3 3 are not favorable because the product is not equal to 12 in any case. 3 4 is favorable to B because 3 into 4 is 12. 3 5, 3 6, 4 1, 4 2 are not favorable. 4 3 is favorable because the product of two numbers is 12. Now 4 4, 4 5, 4 6, 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6, 6 1 are not favorable to B as the product of two numbers is not equal to 12. Whereas 6 2 is favorable to B because 6 into 2 is 12. The remaining of 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6 are also not favorable to B as the product of two numbers on the 2 dice is not equal to 12. Therefore, the favorable outcomes I got for B are 2 6, 3 4, 4 3 and 6 2. Only 4 outcomes are favorable to B. Then P of B, N of B is 4. P of B is N of B by N of S, that is 4 by 36 will get 1 by 9. Next we will find probability of the next event. Getting product of numbers on the 2 dice is 7. You can see we know where we got the product as 7. There is no outcome favorable to C. That's a no outcomes favorable to C means N of C is 0 because no outcome in case of there exists no outcome in which there are two numbers whose product is 7. That's why there is no outcome favorable to C. N of C is equal to 0. From this P of C is N of C by N of S. 0 by 36 is 0. And this is also an example for an impossible event. Impossible event is event whose probability is 0. Therefore, this is also an example for an impossible event. Let's see one more problem. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. Find the probability that the difference of the numbers on the two dice is 2. Same model. Identify the random experiment, write the sample space. Take A is getting difference of the numbers on the two dice is 2. You have to write the outcomes favorable to A. That is, see here, 1 1. Difference of these two numbers is 1 minus 1 is 0, not favorable. 1 minus 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2 only. This is 1 3 is favorable to A. There is difference of two numbers 4 1 1 4 is 4 minus 1 is 3, not favorable. 1 5 is difference is 4, difference 1 6 difference is 5, not favorable. 2 1 difference is 1, difference is 0, difference is 1 in case of 2 3, these are not favorable. 2 4 the difference is 2 only, therefore 2 4 is favorable. And 2 5 2 6 these are all not favorable. 3 1 is favorable because 3 minus 1 is 2. Now 3 2 3 3 are also not favorable. 3 4 is not favorable, whereas 3 5 is favorable. Difference of 3 and 5 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 6 is not favorable. 4 1 is not favorable. 4 2 is favorable because difference of two numbers is 2 only. 4 2. 4 3 4 4 4 5 are not favorable, whereas 4 6 is favorable to A because difference of the numbers 6 and 4 is 2, or 4 and 6 is 2. Next is 5 1 is not favorable to uh, A because 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 2 is not favorable, whereas 5 3 is favorable to A because 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 4 5 5 5 6 are also not favorable. 6 1 is not favorable. 6 2 6 3 are not favorable, whereas 6 4 is favorable to A because 6 minus 4 is 2. Therefore 6 4 is favorable to A, and 6 5 6 are also not favorable to A because the difference of numbers on two dice is not 2. Like this we have to identify the favorable outcomes to A based on the condition of A. Therefore here the condition for A is given as difference on the numbers, difference of the numbers on the two dice is equal to 2. Now here I got the favorable outcomes to A from the sample space, of course, are 1 3 2 4 3 1 3 5 4 2 4 6 5 3 and 6 4. Totally 8 outcomes are favorable to A. From this P of A is n of A by n of A, that is 8 by 36, we'll get 2 by 9. In this way we can solve problems related to dice. Always to identify favorable outcomes to any event, identify the outcomes from the sample space based on the condition of that event. Let's see one more problem. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. Find the probability of getting same number on the two dice and different numbers on both the dice. Same model. Identify the random experiment sample space. He is getting same number on the two dice. We know getting same number is nothing but doublet. We discussed. Outcomes favorable to A are 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 and 6 6. There are 6 outcomes favorable to A. Therefore n of A is 6. From the P of A is n of A by n of A is 6 by 36. We'll get 1 by 6. Now B is getting different numbers on the two dice. We can list out all the outcomes from S which are favorable to B. There are 30 outcomes favorable to B. Therefore P of B is n of B by n of S, that is 30 by 36. We will get 5 by 6. In this way we can solve problems related to dice also. And this problem can be done in another way by using complementary events, which we will discuss in some other class. Let's solve one more problem related to balls and their balls. A bag contains 3 red balls and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn from the bag at random. What is the probability that the ball drawn is red or not red? Okay, this can be solved by using complementary events. Okay, we'll use the concept of complementary events for this. It can be solved without using the concept of complementary events also. Let's solve this. Here, total number of balls in the bag is 8. 3 plus 5, 8 balls are there. When we pick up a ball from the bag, there is a chance of getting any one ball from the 8 balls. Therefore, here n of s is will take the total number of balls. Total number of balls is 8. Therefore, n of s here in this case is 8. Let me take to find the probability of getting a red ball. Let me take it as some event. Take R is equal to getting a red ball. Now outcomes favorable to R in this problem are only how many balls are favorable to this R? Simply only 3, because as there are only 3 red balls. As there are 3 red balls are there, n of R is equal to 3. Only 3 balls are favorable to R. If n of R is 3. Now P of red is P of R, that is n of R by n of S, simply 3 by 8. Now let me I will use complementary events formula. We know P of not E is 1 minus P of E. Now here P of not red, I need P of not red. P of not red we have taken as R. P of not R as P of not E is 1 minus P of E, P of not R is equal to 1 minus P of R. 1 minus 3 by 8. On simplification, I'll get 5 by 8. In this way, you can apply the concept of complementary events also whenever there is a requirement of finding probability of not an event, not E model. Let's see one more problem. The bag contains 5 red, 8 white, and 4 green balls. One ball is drawn from the bag at random. Find the probability that the ball drawn is red, white, not white, neither a red ball nor a white ball. Simply, as there are balls are there, different color balls are there. In this case, the sample space will be total number of balls only. Therefore, total number of balls here 5 plus 8 plus 4 will get 17. N of S is 17. I'll get. I can take any one ball. If I pick one ball from the box or from the bag, I may get any one ball from the 17 balls. Therefore, the possible outcomes here are any one ball from the 17. That's why N of S I will take as a total number of balls, that is 17. Now let me find the getting red ball. Take R is equal to getting a red ball. As there are 5 red balls in the bag, only 5 balls are favorable to R. N of R is 5. Therefore, P of R is N of R by N of S, that is 5 by 17. Next I have to find white probability of getting a white ball. Take W is equal to getting a white ball. N of W is 8 because there are only 8 white balls. From this P of white is P of W, that is N of W by N of S, that is 8 by 17. Next P of not white, probability of getting not white ball. P of not white I can find. P of not white is equal to P of not W because white ball I have taken as W. Not white means not W. This looks like P of not E. P of not E is 1 minus P of E. Here P of not W is 1 minus P of W. That is 1 minus P of W. That is 1 minus P of W we know 8 by 17. 1 minus 8 by 17, that is on simplification we will get 9 by 17. Okay, this can be done directly also. P of not white directly also you can find, but here I used the concept of complementary events. Now take A is equal to getting neither a red ball nor a white ball. Okay, in the bag there are red balls, white balls, and I think green balls. You should not get any red ball and white ball. You can get any other ball. Any other ball is only green ball is there. That's why outcomes favorable to A are only 4 balls. That is N of A is 4. From this P of A is equal to N of A by N of S, that is 4 by 17. And in this way you can solve problems related to balls also. In the next class, we'll discuss problems related to cards. Thank you.